Hello. Take a moment with me. Close your eyes and breathe right down into your womb space. We're going to talk about womb opening, womb work, womb healing in this video. Put your hands on your lower stomach and breathe into this beautiful, gorgeous, powerful place with me. So, if you're new, my name is Shannon, and I am a womb shaman. I'm an Earth Akashic healer. Earth Akashic healing is my method of working in the 23rd dimensional Akashic records. That was channeled to me when I was very, very sick, and it healed me and saved my life. And I bring my womb shamanic work, my star shamanic work, my earth akashic work all together to create really deep healing in the body, mind, soul, spiritual, mental, emotional healing. It is, and physical. Like that all corresponds to the physical. And I am so excited to share with you guys something brand new today. So I have been in this really interesting place of going back through everything in my work, personal and professional. So, how I personally work for myself and how I work in my business with my clients. And I've been going through and figuring out, how do I want this to look? Like, things have been shifting. If you go back through some of my previous videos, I have one video about like why trust me to lead you through womb healing work. And in that video, I talk about the last like 6, 7 months of my life have been really disruptive and really transformative. So I'm not going to go into the whole story here because it's in that video. But that has brought up this like, okay, what's the shift? What's the shift? Um, I have always specialized in helping people work through the shit, really. Like, all of my clients come to me for help working through the toughest things that are going on in their lives. We work through, relationship stuff. We work through body stuff. We work through trauma. We work through abuse. Like, we work through a lot of things. We work through huge, huge amounts of things. Really, like there's so many different topics we go into, um, because these are all topics I've experienced myself. Like there's pretty much nothing that I haven't gone through, which means that I get to work with lots of people in so many different ways because I truly believe that we help people with the things that we have gone through ourselves. And so because I've gone through so much, there's so much that I can help people with. And in that process, I have um, noticed that there have been kind of like three distinct parts of my business, three distinct energies that I love to work with. My shamanic part of my business, very, very earth, very grounded, very soul. Then the earth Akashic part of my business, deep, deep connection to the Akashic records. There's no one else in the world who connects in or teaches the records like I do, except for the people I've trained, which is really cool. And so I have this really amazing part of my business that is all about how I work in these really high dimensions of the records to bring deeper healing. And it's really awesome. It's super fun. So my shamanic work, my Akasha work, and then the womb work. And womb work has really, like, for me, in my personal practice, the womb work has always been both Akashic and shamanic. Um, when I'm doing my own womb work, I'm using both the records, I'm using shamanic journeys, I'm using everything. Womb work has truly changed my life. I would not be here today doing this work without having learned how to work with my womb. Like, that's where the most of my trauma, abuse, etc., happened, is in my womb space. And so I really had to learn how to work in my womb. a huge part of my shamanic apprenticeship, my training. When I was going through that, we focused on my womb space and everything that was held there. My Akashic work, when it came through, like there was huge amounts of that when I was channeling how to use the records in the way I now teach. Um, it started with womb stuff. And so they've always been kind of inextricably intertwined for me, but it has felt like a third part, like a third path in my business. So Akashic, shamanic, womb. And it's been really interesting because in this period, I've been feeling into, okay, how do these all come together, right? How does this all become one? So that's where the exciting stuff comes in. Um, so it's finally come clear. So you may or may not know that I have a womb course starting next Saturday. You can sign up right now. It's an 8 week course, eight 8 weeks, 7 group sessions, 2 1-on-ones with me. You get access to my mystery school for 6 months. Huge value, and it's on 30% off right now, both pay in full and payment plans. So it's huge. Like, come join. I'll have the link in the description for this video so you can come join us, because I will never offer this course again. This is a one-time thing, and it's called A Shamanic Journey into Your Sacred Sexuality. And it's going to be deep womb work. We're working with the feminine, we're working with the masculine, we're working with the womb space, obviously, because our feminine and masculine are held in our womb space. We're working on healing trauma. We're working on healing whatever is there in the womb space. We'll do ancestral work. We'll do past life work. We'll do personal work. You will receive a personal womb clearing ceremony with me and a personal shamanic soul retrieval for your womb space with me. Super powerful stuff. And this is the lead in to what's going to be coming in the new year, which is the combination of all of my work together into one large, amazing apprenticeship. Because what I finally realized, what finally I got this super clear vision, is that womb work, this is my like passion. Working with the womb, working with our sacred sexuality, working with this energy. Like, I I talk about it all the time in my like personal friendships, like in relationships. Literally, like it's a constant part of my discussions. And I have been, it's so funny because when I like reflect on it, I have been, my whole life I've been the friend that that people come to, that my friends have always come to for like advice on opening up deeper into sexuality, like opening up deeper into XYZ, like how do I do this, how do I do that, like how do I work with this in my relationship. And it's so funny because it's just like, I wouldn't call myself an expert on this. Like, I wouldn't have called myself an expert on this stuff. I'm still not going to use the word expert because I don't think we can be an expert in it. But it was just like naturally one of the things that people came to me for and always have come to me for. and and the more that I've learned, the more that I actually like embraced that part of myself and studied and started bringing it into my actual business work, the more that I've realized it's inextricable with everything else. Like, the Akashic work is womb work, shamanic work is womb work. They have to come together to work with the womb, and the womb is where everything starts, right? And I work almost 95% of the time I work with women. So I'm working with humans with a womb space, with a uterus, right? Um, and we are also about 90 to 95% of the time, I'm working with my clients. We're working on like different kinds of sexual things. Like maybe we're working through different kinds of like trauma, or maybe we're working through period stuff, or maybe we're working through both things. Maybe we're working through something else a little different. Like there's so many different things we can go into within this. But that's like been kind of like the epitome center of my business almost from the moment I started it. And it's my favorite work to do because it's so powerful. It's so incredibly beautiful and amazing to see the people I get to work with have these like huge shifts by doing the womb work. Like have the like, oh my God, I my period's stabilized, or like I actually want to like use my sexuality again. Like I could have an orgasm, you know, like it's really incredible. It's so amazing to me and it's so fun to me because that is where my journey started too. Like I had to work, I had terrible periods, I had surgeries, I had an ovary removed, like I had so much sexual trauma, I like had so much like relationship trauma, I had so much all these things stuck like within my body that I had to work through, that then to get to like lead others through that same kind of healing, because it's changed my life like indescribably, and to see how much that shifts for others, it's just incredible. And so this course, um we're going into that as a group, and group work is so amazing. Like it shifts so much through this work with a group, and you get the one-on-one with me too, so you do get like you do get to work with a group, and you get to like be with me and really really understand, like get not even understand, like get individual like reflections and advice as well. So where I'm getting to with all of this, thank you for bearing with me in this video. Where I'm getting with all of this is that what's coming next is I will no longer be separating shamanic and Akashic work. So I have a current Akashic training round going on, and I have current shamanic apprentices. And this is the last time that my Akashic training and my shamanic apprentices will be separate, because my work really is the combination of both. Like the way I teach the Akashic records is very shamanic anyway, which if you have done training with me, then you know this. um, and I cannot teach the entirety of the womb work, of the womb healing, without also training you in shamanic work, and without also training everyone who works with me to be able to do shamanic things. Whether you actually like are a shaman at the end of it or not, or you just use shamanic techniques, doesn't really matter. Not everyone is meant to be a shaman. Not everyone is meant to actually like use the use all of the techniques all the time. Sometimes it's just something that we learn. Sometimes it's just something that your soul wants to learn to understand, but it's not actually your path. But that doesn't matter. That's a side note. That's a tangent. My point is, shamanic and Akashic work, apprenticeship will become combined with the womb work as a focus. So again, this is going to be open only to women or those with uteruses, because that's how I know how to work with the womb, obviously. And I am very much being called so strongly to bring back the ancient womb shamanic and womb priestess practices, and healing modalities. And that's what apprenticeship is going to be turning into. But apprenticeship is going to be a group, so there will be no more one-on-one apprentices in the way that they are right now. It's going to be group apprenticeship, training womb priestesses and womb shamans. So what's exciting about that is that within this work, something I've discovered that is incredible is the next evolution of Earth Akashic healing and of using the 23rd dimensional Akashic records, which is that they exist in our womb space. And we can go into our womb space shamanically and Akashically, and this is something I will teach, to get even deeper healing, because the Akashic records are right there. They're right in our womb space. There's an entrance into the 23rd dimension that I was just recently shown that brings you into your womb space, or there's an entrance to the 23rd dimension in the womb space that brings you into your Akashic records. And with a combination of Akashic and shamanic techniques, holy shit, what we can do. It's incredible. And so all of this is coming in the like this teaching this, opening this up to like into apprenticeship, into teaching programs, is coming in the new year. But what's happening right now is that in this last course for the year, this sacred journey, shamanic journey to your sacred sexuality, I will be working with you in this way. Everyone who's in that group, we will be doing work in the womb space. I will bring you into your records in your womb space. I will show you what this looks and feels like. I will guide you through it. I won't be teaching you how to do it yourself. It's not a long enough course for that, and it's not the scope of the course, but it's I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be teaching you to work with your womb, and I will be guiding you and providing you resources to use the 23rd dimension of the Akashic records in your womb space. I will be providing shamanic resources that you can use to get into your womb space. And it's going to be the first iteration of bringing together the shamanic, the Akashic, and the womb. And bringing in the ancient womb priestess, womb shamaness practices into one place for deep healing. I hope you can feel the energy of this as I say it, because it's so big. I'm actually like about to cry. I have tears in my eyes, because this is massive. This is the kind of work that's going to change the world. And I'm not saying like my work's going to change the world. No, what I'm saying is remembering this kind of work, this womb work, learning how to do it, opening your womb space, coming back into balance with your masculine and feminine. That's the work that's going to change the world. We're out of balance. The world is out of balance. And the only way we're going to shift that is by shifting our inner energetic fields, by shifting our masculine and feminine. Like right now, it's like all over the place. No one's in balance. We got to come back into balance, because our inner balance reflects the outer balance, the balance in the world. And until we get our inner balance straight, we cannot see that same balance come through in the world. So that's why I say this is the work that will change the world, because we all come from a womb. Our world came from a cosmic womb. Our universe came from a cosmic womb. We've got to come back into the womb. And if you are watching this and you have a physical womb space, you have a uterus, you have a pussy, you have ovaries, or even if you've had a hysterectomy, or you've had some other kind of surgery, like I don't have one of my ovaries, still do work with that ovary because it's still energetically in my body. So even if you've had any surgery that's removed any of these physical organs, doesn't matter. You can still connect it energetically. It still exists, still an energetic imprint that is in your body. If you're watching this and you feel like, put your hand on your womb right now, like lower stomach. Can you feel that intense, what are the words for it? It's like this energy. It's an energy. It's a pleasure. It's a activation. Calling you forward into this work. Calling you forward into this embodiment for yourself. And come join me for this. This is for you. This is a course that is for you. It's 8 weeks. It's going to take us, our last call is going to be on the 31st of December. It will take us exactly into the new year. And then if you decide you want to go deeper, you can always join me in apprenticeship when the next round opens, when we bring in shamanic, Akashic, and womb work to teach you how to do it for others. But if you're just looking to heal yourself right now, that's beautiful. That is the perfect place to start. And this is the program to start with. Let this be a gift to yourself and to your womb. Feel into your womb and let her tell you yes or no. Are you meant to do this? Literally everything starts from the womb. And together we will be working with the womb shamanically. We will be opening the records in the womb, which is truly the most powerful energy I've ever felt. I'm not saying something, honestly. And we will be working with sacred inner union. We'll be working with sexual pleasure, because orgasm is a big part of this. that is that is one of my secret ingredients, as it were, to shifting things in your life. And if that makes you a little uncomfortable, then you're in the right place, because if it makes you uncomfortable, then it's something that it's time to dive into, because that uncomfortableness, believe me, I understand. That uncomfortableness comes from conditioned shame, guilt, patriarchy, religion, all these things that are trying to keep that feminine, that womb space, that incredible creator power that we have inside us, all the things that's trying to keep that from actually shining, because it's threatening to the world as it is right now, to the patriarchy as it is right now. It's very threatening. Don't let it threaten you. Let yourself acknowledge the uncomfortableness, the uncomfortability. Whoa, said that weird. The uncomfortability. And come join us anyway, because that place of discomfort is the exact message you need, that this is for you, that this work is for you. Because you know what comes from doing this womb work? The intention of this course, what I'm going to be teaching you to have the tools to come out of this for, to be able to have incredible pleasure in your body all the time, to be able to have orgasms, physical and energetic. Because yeah, we can have orgasms via our breath, and it's fucking amazing. To be able to release any sexual trauma, shame, guilt, whatever it is that you have, releasing it from your body, because it doesn't serve and it's not part of your highest path, and you deserve to live without that. You deserve to live in full loving connection to your sexual energy. I was almost at two different things there. I was gonna say your sexuality, and then I say your sexual energy, and it's both. You deserve to live in loving connection to both. And we need you to live in loving connection to both, because you know what the most powerful force on earth, I'd say in the universe, is? It's the feminine sexual energy, because that's creator energy. And the masculine is incredibly powerful as well, 100%. But the feminine literally has the womb, which is what births everything. And so there's an extra level of incredible power there. And that is what I want you to remember as you're feeling into this, as you're feeling into joining me on this course, on this journey. This power that lives in your womb, it's fucking incredible. It is out of this world, but it's also of this world, because of what created this world. And it is the most powerful energy that exists, and it is your birthright to know how to work with it and to have it as turned on and expressive and expansive as possible. Plus, the beautiful side effect of this work, periods get better. Oh my God, not having cramps, not having pain, let me tell you, super possible. And you know what it comes from? Doing the womb work, doing the womb clearing, working with the records in your womb space, working shamanically with your womb space. All the things I'm going to bring you through. It's awesome. I mean, I already said pleasure, but yeah, it gets incredible. I truly believe, based on all the work I've done, all the people I've worked with, everything that I've experienced, read, studied, learned, that a low sex drive is not normal. It's not the norm. And that's not to shame it, but that is a symptom of not having safety in the womb. Because when that womb space is safe and turned on, every single person I've ever worked with where we've like gotten their womb space to be like really safe, turned on, and myself included, sex drive is through the roof. Through the roof. And that's the healthy feminine. So medically, on a medical standpoint, the biggest sign of health for menstruating women is to have a regular period and to be so fucking fertile that like you ovulate, and if the conditions are right, you're pregnant, right? That is the ultimate sign of health for a menstruating woman. The ultimate sign of health for any woman, in my opinion, energetically, spiritually, as a womb shaman, the ultimate sign of health for any woman is an incredibly active, turned on sex drive. Because it doesn't matter if you're menstruating or not. Like, that's something that you can have. And that, like, being disconnected from that is being disconnected from your creator energy, from your life force energy. Right? And so being disconnected from that energy, being disconnected from your sexual energy, from your, like, having a low libido, that is a symptom of being disconnected from the womb, which is the cause of being disconnected from whatever you want in your life. Like trying to manifest and it's not coming through. Well, are you not in your womb? Do you have no sex drive? There's your answer. That's why. And so we're going to be working with that too. So I know this is a lot. You're like, wow, it's a lot for 8 weeks in this course. Crazy. I'm not going to promise you that all of this will be completely changed for you in 8 weeks. It depends on how much you come in. It depends on how much you do. I'm going to be definitely giving you homework to do between calls. Depends on how much you do. Depends on how much you're ready to do. But the reason I'm giving you 6 months access to the mystery school, and you'll get access to all of the replays forever as well, is so that you have the tools after these 8 weeks to continue opening more. It doesn't have to be perfect in 8 weeks. I'm giving you the tools. I'm showing you how to do it. And then you'll have all of the tools to continue opening more and more and more. Whew. A little throat clearing there. Which happens too when we work with the womb, our throat turns on because the cervix and the throat, if you look at a picture of them, they're pretty much the same. It's pretty cool. They start from the same embryonic tissue. And it's really true that the more womb work you do, the more your throat turns on, the more your voice is activated. Seriously, like I can give my example of myself. Before I started doing this work, I couldn't have talked about any of this. Like I could talk about it with my friends. Like I said, I've always been the person that my friends came to and were like, let's talk about this stuff. But like publicly sharing this video, teaching classes about it, no, 100% no. I'd have been like, what if my parents see? What if my family sees? What if someone hears me talking about it? And now I will talk about it to anybody because my womb is so activated, that my throat is so open, and I'm like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because this is literally life. And so if we can't talk about it, how can we live? So just to recap, a little sneak peek of what's coming. Akashic shamanic work is going to be coming together to become womb shamaness and priestess apprenticeships. So that weirdly. Let me say that again. Womb work is going to be is becoming more and more the focus, obviously, and that is going to turn into shamanic and Akashic combined apprenticeships, where through the work that I will be teaching you and guiding you through, you'll get to embody your womb priestess or womb shamaness self. That's what's coming in January. From now to January, we've got the Shamanic Journey to Sacred Sexuality, an 8-week course on 30% off right now. That is going to bring you so deeply into your womb space for your own personal healing, give you the tools you need, let you see if this work is for you to go deeper. And also, if you know that you don't want to go deeper, that's fine. This is going to be so deep already. I can promise you that. This is for you to come in, heal your womb, turn on your energy, turn on your sexuality, reconnect to sacred pleasure, to sacred sex, to your sacred container. And I just actually want to clarify too, when I say sacred sex, I don't care if you have a partner or not, because it's going to start with yourself. Like, it's not about, eventually, yeah, it's beautiful to share it with a partner, but you have to be able to feel it with yourself. You have to be able to do it with yourself first. It's an embodied practice that then gets to be shared with a partner if you so choose. So if you're like, oh, well, this isn't for me because I don't have a partner. No, this is totally for you. That's perfect. It's actually such a great way to be ready for a partner, is to do this work. And if you have a partner, amazing. Let's make your connection even better, because we're going to work on your connection with yourself, which will only help your connection with your partner. And we're going to be working with the Akashic Records in the womb space. This is the next iteration of Earth Akashic Healing, of working the 23rd dimension, the most powerful dimension in the records. There's a door to it in the womb space, and I'm going to be bringing you through it. And we're going to be doing healing with it, because, wow, it is so incredible, so powerful, so healing, life-changing. And I can't wait to share it. And this is going to be the place I'm sharing it, in this group course. So, with that being said, I think this is complete. I think this transmission is complete for now. We start next Saturday, the 12th, in the womb course. The link to sign up is going to be in the description box. It's also on my website. It's in my Instagram. If you're on my email list, it's going to be in the email list. It's going to be an email. I'm going to send out everything. So come join me. And the 30% off is for pay in full and payment plans, and you can pay monthly. It can be quite spread out, so that this can be your holiday gift to yourself, as it were. All right, I'm so excited for this. This work is life-changing, and it's bringing together every single thing I have spent years learning and embodying and teaching on smaller scales, and now it's coming into this bigger scale where everything is connected and everything comes together, and I cannot wait to teach this. So come join me. Follow along for all the updates about everything that's going to be coming with this. The shamanic work, the Akashic work in the womb space with the shamanic work. Oh my God. Can't wait to keep talking more about it. Thank you for watching this video and being here with me for all of this. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll put my email in the description box as well, so you can just send me an email if you have questions. And I'll talk to you soon. And you know what? Actually, as we close, just put your hands on your womb space. And again, let her tell you if this work is a yes or a no for you. Let her expand with a yes. And ask your womb to guide you today. Ask her to guide you through everything that you're here to do. Let her know that you trust her and you're following her. Beautiful. And with that, have a beautiful day, my friends.